Hello, Patty here, the country wife from Vermont, now living in South Carolina. Today, I hope all is well with everyone out there watching. I know probably things aren't well with everybody, but it's still a dream that all would be well. Today, I want to talk about 3 things. Well, no, they're all handwork things and some possible plans for the future. This week I worked on the soap sack project and I made 2 soap sacks. Here's this one. This is a mosaic soap sack. I'm very happy with it. It is a simple one. It looks kind of wonky a little bit, but when it's got soap in it, it's going to look fine. And then here's the most recent one that I made. See that? This was double knit. And how you do it is, in this case, you cast on, I believe it was 35 stitches, and then you knit one, slip one every row. So you go back and forth, knit one, slip one, knit one, slip one. And so you have a fabric. When you're done, it looks like this. So you cast on down here, and that looks kind of crummy, but that's the way it does. And so then you can see that you've knit one, and and it's double knitting. Then when you're done, you take it apart, pull the stitches out at the top, and then you put you see how we've got these stitches here at the top. You don't bind them off. Normally, you put your knitting needle through, and then and you've pulled them apart. They've been close together like this, and then you separate them carefully, run a knitting needle through, and then you make a little chain for a little bag handle and turn it other side out so that the right side is now the wrong side. And so then we've got this little bag that you can put soap in. So that is, I think that is number 9. Then there's one that is actually, it's not a knitted bag, it is a sewn bag, which you use a washcloth to make. And I'm probably not going to do that one. We'll see. I might use one of my hand woven washcloths to turn it into, but we'll see. I'm not likely to. And then there's one more pattern, and then I'll be done with the first batch, and I may make some more. The next one, I can't remember what it's called, but as I was looking at it, I was thinking, I'd really like that. I think that's something that would be fun. Okay, so the rest of this week has been not a knitting week. Well, I have done knitting. I'm not going to show you my works in progress. Everything that I was working on, I'm still working on. I will make one point is that on that blanket that I started out that had the Diamond Delight crochet pattern at the beginning, it actually has 5 colors. It has a cream color background and then 4 other colors. I found a pattern by a fluke that is a mosaic pattern, and so I've now started the mosaic pattern. I stopped the garter stitch section and am doing a mosaic pattern. I had to add some stitches because it needed 12 stitches plus 3 to make the mosaic pattern work. And I'm going to use up, I've got a kind of a teal green, And I'm going to do that pattern. Is a kind of diamond pattern. It's actually very cool looking. I'm going to use that, and it's a 23 row, 24 row pattern repeat. So I don't know how many rows of that I'll be doing, but I'm going to do it until the yarn runs out. And once the teal yarn runs out, then I will stop that. And depending on where I am in the pattern, I will go immediately to another pattern. I'm thinking to do like the pressed flowers, because I love the pressed flowers. So for the final section, I'm thinking of doing that, but we'll see. My mind changes often. Okay, so the next thing, on Wednesday, I decided it was time to get some sewing done. And so, you know how you always see me with my blue pocket apron with the red and white binding around the edge. Well, I made two more. I made this green one, and you can see this is the green one, and there's pockets. Here's one pocket, and here's the other pocket. And if you'll notice, they're not necessarily in the proper spots. This is when I decided I wanted to do this. I found the pattern for the apron, except I found the pattern envelope. It didn't have the pocket pattern in it. So I kind of made up my own pocket, and they work, but there's issues. But since it's just for me, I went with it. I did make a second one, and I put it in the mail yesterday, so our daughter should get it on Monday. And I'm hoping that she will like it. The thing about this one is that this pattern, I cut it out just the way the pattern wanted you to do. And, isn't that interesting? So, let me just see. Well, I'm looking at my watch and seeing that all you can see is my face, and that's kind of scary. But anyway, I don't know what the problem is, if there's more to it. But anyway, the thing that I noticed is that the pattern, it does not work as well as it should. Okay, so something's a little screwy with this. I'm going to see if I can pause it. Well, I don't know what the story was, but we'll see. I think I'm recording again. So I was going to tell you about another sewing project this week. Last year for the Tour de Fleece, which starts tomorrow, by the way, the 4th of July this year, at last year's event, we had wonderful events all Tour de Fleece long. And the Columbia spinners that I spin with are such wonderful ladies. They invited me to spin with them, and we had a wonderful time and learned a ton. It was so good. Well, anyway, one of the ladies has an Ashford blending board, just like I do. And she mentioned how nice it would be to have a bag to put it in. And I thought, okay, at the time I said, well, I'll have to make a bag for her, and I'll make one for myself too. Well, so yesterday I decided to do it, a whole year later. But this is what I came up with. So I have the bag, you can see, and there's the handles, two handles. It's got a zipper. It's in the actual box. But anyway, it's not ideal. It's not perfect by a long shot, but it is going to work for me. So I'm going to try to maybe today make another one, but certainly before next week I will make one that is a much better bag that will fit better. I'm not quite sure. So here at the bottom I've made these things. I don't do cutouts. I leave them in, but they're not ideal. I think that to make these, you stitch, you turn the bag wrong side out, and at the bottom, you stitch across the triangle. And I think I need to stitch across the triangle closer to the end. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll measure what I've got and see what I need to do that would work better. And I'll see what else I can do to see if I can make the handles better. They look pretty nasty here. Anyway, I'm going to see what I can do to make a better bag for my friend. And then the next time I make one for myself, it'll be better. So I think now is a good time to stop. I have special company coming for the weekend, and I'm looking forward to it. It's my sister, and I can't wait for her to get here. I always worry because it's such a long drive, but she's a good driver, and I'm looking forward to seeing how she is and how things are going. And she's bringing me a piece of furniture and that is going to be helpful, and it'll be interesting to see how things go. I'll show you where it's going to go. At least I think I will. So it's going to go in that corner. I've decided that I want to put my print out my journal. I've been keeping a journal, an electronic journal, for maybe as much as 15 years, 10 or 12 years anyway, that my angel husband bought me a program called Day One, and I've used it, and I'm very thrilled with it. And so I've decided I want to print them out and bind them. Actually, I say bind them. I'm not going to do a nice binding job. I'm going to do 3-ring, not 3-ring, but I've got wire bindings and I've got all the equipment to do it. So I'm just going to do that. And that'll be nice that I can do that. And then maybe I will print out my blog also. My blog that is currently kind of defunct because it got taken over somehow. Inadvertently, somehow it got given a new name or a new email address. I don't know what the story is with it, but I haven't figured it out yet. I'd like to figure it out because I liked writing the blog posts, and a lot of nice people said nice things about it, that they enjoyed hearing how things were going. So that's the story. I found out that it was going to cost $1,000 to have my journals printed. So I decided that if I got a color printer so I could print the color photos in the journal, which is about $300, and paper is cheap. And I have the equipment for the binding, it may still cost $1,000, but it'll be $1,000, not all at one fell swoop. So anyway, so this new piece of furniture is going to be a place to put the black and white printer that we have and the color printer. And there'll be storage underneath to put the paper and the binding equipment there. So I'm pretty thrilled about it. I showed you a big mess. You won't know, but that really is pretty darn good compared to what it was a month and a half ago. So anyway, all seems to be well here. We're going the best we can, trying to make progress every day. And life goes on. So do good, be good. Let's do it now together. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good week, or however long it is until I write again. Thank you so much for all your kind comments. I really appreciate them. And best wishes. Bye now.